Hey guys, I'm 13 here. I'm on the racetrack, and this will be interesting because I have an aerial view. We got the guy in front of us. He's raced on the track a few times, but on motorcycles. Is this your first time on a go-kart?
Second, but it was like 50 cc, so it doesn't count.
Yeah, it's pretty much his first time on a go-kart. Like I said, like if I get in front of you, just try to follow my line, and it's always full throttle except for maybe one spot. So this is my July tour. I got one guy came like a week early. He's been living with me. This guy came 2-3 days early, and he's a friend of mine. He's an internet friend of mine. Just met for the first time today. But yeah, everything's good. Life's good. Oh, I know I can make this video about. Let's make this video about Adderall. Today's video is brought to you by Adderall, the choice for parents when they want to drug their kids. It's like the number one. It's common in America to give your kids Adderall if they have ADHD. But the crazy thing is, I think, and I don't know. Oh, you didn't Google your facts before you said them. Yeah, I'll just fucking Google it on my steering wheel, you dumb YouTube fucking hater. I think that like America is like the only country that uses Adderall. Like if you go to, people have checked in Taiwan, it's not available here. In Europe, it's not available. In Australia, it's not available. Ritalin is the more common one. Anyways, one of my guests, I'm not going to say which one, had Adderall. He has a prescription for it. So he gave me, I'm like, oh, can I try it? He gave me 2 pills. I swallowed them on an empty stomach. And man, if Adderall is not crystal meth, then I don't know what it is. Because when I was younger, I used crystal meth, and there's virtually no difference. Obviously, crystal meth it's stronger. It hits you harder. But this is it's just being like on it's like having taken a small amount of crystal meth. And Adderall lasts all day long. It's crazy. It's like an 8-hour, from one pill you get 8 hours. I took it on an empty stomach, so that means it kind of hit me quick, but it's also going to go away quick too, if you know what I mean. It hits you harder, but it's also going to leave harder. If I was smart, I would have eaten some food first, and then that way it would have been a bit more gradual, the high. But I got that guy, the Australian's right behind me. I told him if he gets behind me to follow my line. No, he's far behind. I'll slow down for a bit. I'll slow down so I can teach him my line. If he's got a totally shit, no, he was ahead of me for a bit in the beginning there. I don't think he's got a shit car. It's always possible you get the odd broken car. Yeah, so I'm both impressed and horrified by Adderall, because I'm impressed because it gave me a much better high than I would have expected from a prescription drug that you give to children, small children. And then I'm horrified by the fact that they give this drug to small children. It's meth. How do you give your kids meth? It is nuts. The guy I got it from is actually not here. He's not here with these guys. And the guy that I got it from, I took him to see like a Qigong doctor, you know, I took him to see an Eastern doctor, a Chinese doctor. And I kid you not, the first thing the Chinese doctor said to me in Chinese when he looked at my friend was, this guy has brain damage from too much drugs. That's like literally, he just walked in the room and he looked at him and said, yeah, he didn't say brain damage, he said like nerve damage in his brain, which I think kind of counts, but yeah, nonetheless. And then I laughed, and then I translated it for my friend, and he just nodded and he's like, yeah, I believe it. So it's messed up because my friend doesn't do it recreationally. My friend did it because he had a prescription and his mom gave it to him, you know, under the doctor's orders. It's amazing how many people, like I trash Western medicine quite a bit on my Facebook pages, and you get so many people that just like blindly believe anything that comes from a doctor's mouth, you know. We're not going to get onto that topic too much, but like 60 years ago, doctors and the CDC in America, doctors, the CDC, scientists, 60 years ago, all those people said that smoking smoking cigarettes was non-cancerous, non-addictive, and it actually had some health benefits. Like that was a fact 60 years ago.
In a nationwide survey, doctors in all branches of medicine were asked what were included. And according to this nationwide survey, more doctors smoke Camels than any other cigarette.
And 60 years ago, you said that smoking was actually addictive, smoking gave cancer, smoking gave other health problems. Well, then you're a conspiracy theorist, and you'd be laughed at. So it's you know, I'm fairly certain in the near future, people are going to be looking at giving small children crystal meth to deal with the fact that they're a little bit hyperactive or whatever, as like one of the stupidest, most horrific things since, I don't know, since what? Since, should be green. One of those girls in the other car, they're super pretty. The two guys I'm with, they commented on it as well. They're like, whoa. Yeah, I didn't brake that time. You don't really need to hit the brake anywhere on here. But like, if you're coming to a corner where you need to be a bit slower than normal, you have two choices. You can either brake or lay off the gas, but generally braking is the quicker choice, because if you lay off the gas, you're kind of just like slowing down for a few, you gotta do it earlier, and then you're slowing down for a few seconds, then you go back on the gas. With braking, you can just be like full throttle, full throttle, full throttle, tap the brake, shave off a little bit of speed, then go back full throttle. So you're actually, yeah, you're still, you should have more, yeah. There's an expression in racing, it's like braking wins the race. There was an article in a motorcycle magazine where there was a full-grown man, and he went and joined a child's motorcycle race. Like they had a race, it's like a motorcycle race with like mini motorcycles, and it's all kids. And the average age is about, I don't know, 10 years old. They had like 8-year-olds to 12-year-olds doing this race. And then this full-grown man went on one of their bikes and joined in the race. And the crazy thing was, like, these are tiny bikes. They're 100cc or 125cc, whatever. And I think like 4 strokes. Like, so he had 2-3 times as much weight as all these kids. So his bike was a lot slower, but he still beat them. He still placed like in the top 3 kind of thing. And the reason was because he said every time on the straightaway the kids would all pass him, but then coming up to the corner, the kids would all brake really early for the corner, and he wouldn't. He would wait till the last possible second and then just brake hard and shave off all the speed that he needed to shave off and then enter the corner. And with his extra weight, you gotta imagine he'd also have a lower cornering speed than these kids. And he would also need more distance to brake than the kids. Added weight makes everything worse. Handling, braking, acceleration. So it's pretty interesting how much of a difference braking can make in a race. So to reiterate, as I always do, and I know it annoys me even, a guy with a slower motorcycle that handled worse and braked worse went into a race against everybody else with superior machineries, my goodness, and he beat them all just by braking later before the turns. That's how important braking is. And I have not seen anybody in a while, which proves that my 2 friends are doing good, because I'm not like lapping them constantly. Whoa. Yeah, that was bad. So I hope my drone's still up there somewhere. If for some reason it like loses connection with the controller or runs out of battery, it'll just come back and land on its own. But it's kind of nuts. Like, I'm out here on a go-kart track, and my $1,000 US drone is unmanned and flying above us. I'll try to wave to it. Hi, drone. Can I find this in the video somewhere? Okay, I'm gaining on, I think I'm gaining on my guess, but slowly. Whoa, speaking of slow. That's a really pretty girl. She's a bit too thin, but Beggars can't be choosers, and when it comes to women, I'm a beggar. Hey, wait a minute, that's not cool. That's nothing to brag about. I took that whole bend side, well, I was drifting a bit. I was gonna say sideways, but that would have been an exaggeration. And I got the camera above me to prove me a liar. I'll try next time. I'll see how sideways I can get on that thing. So yeah. Who's this? Yeah, that's my tour guest in front of me. I've been slowly gaining on him for a while. I went a bit sideways. I don't know. I don't think you could go totally sideways. I don't know. I guess if I did. Oh, no, shit. That's not my tour guest. Oh, shit. I totally thought it was my friend Paul, and I was literally about to ram that guy hard, thinking it was Paul. And then I realized he's got that orange thing sticking out the back of his helmet, and it's like a ninja mask that you put on when you're wearing a rental, like a borrowed helmet to keep the helmet off your skin. And because my friend Paul, he's wearing a white shirt too, and I saw this guy wearing a white shirt, so I just assumed. I'm so lucky that I noticed that ninja mask. I was just gonna ram that guy hard. So there's Paul then, there's the white shirt over there. I'm close enough to him that I'm not gonna catch up to him, and I'm far enough away from him that if I slow down and wait for him, I'm gonna have to wait a long time. So I don't really know what to do. I really want to ram somebody. I really want to come up to one of these boys from behind and just jam it into them from the rear. Oh, I know what I can do. I can scare the shit out of this flag guy. I totally scared him. He shit himself. His face was scared. I pretended like I lost control as I was going for him, and I was like, yeah. I scared your friend. Okay. No, it's okay. It's awesome. I went right at him and like skidded at him. He thought I was gonna hit him. I scared you. What?
Cool drone.
Oh, yeah, it is. It's a Mavic.
That's good.
Hmm? What?
You're fast. I tried to follow your line, but I don't know, I just couldn't get the speed right, so I'd end up like...
Oh, here, take this and go put it down. I got a low battery warning. 5%!
Good timing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it came back on its own.
Young.
4%. That's crazy. Yeah, it worked out okay. It actually uses more battery to hover than it does to fly.
Really?
So if you're flying it, if you're flying around, you get 25 minutes. But if you're just hovering, you'll get like 18 or something.
I guess he's putting one of those.
Because it's designed that way. It's designed to kind of, when you're flying, you're actually kind of falling. So that helps with it, and it needs less energy to kind of fall forward. Because I guess it just needs to go harder with the back, and then it falls. But when you hover, all four need to go hard just to keep. So. Ooh, she's pretty. Am I still recording? Yeah, I am. Good. I was talking about how pretty she was in the video, and then the fact that we got to see her at the end is nice.
Perfect.